Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. In this video, we're going to learn how to generate dynamic sales questions using AI agent. So I am an owner of an online fashion apparel store and my sales team needs to ask questions to my customers regularly, even when they have abandoned cart or they are reordering something or they are repurchasing something or they are a new customer. So now they have different scenarios in which they have to ask questions. Now finding perfect questions to ask customers manually is very time consuming and hectic. So to solve this problem, I have created an AI agent using Pabbly Connect. In my Google Sheets, I add the data of the scenario that is happening. So let's suppose a customer has abandoned a cart adding 2 items in it. So I've added the scenario in my spreadsheet. Automatically, according to the scenario, an AI agent is going to generate questions. AI agent is going to generate 5 questions for me. As the questions are going to be generated, automatically this AI agent is going to update my spreadsheet with those 5 questions that is generated so that I can have the systematic record. So now if you want to learn how to create this amazing AI agent for yourself, for your business, then let me take you to my screen. In this video, we're going to learn how to generate dynamic sales questions using AI agent. So as an owner of an e-commerce fashion apparel business, I use Google Sheets to log different sales scenarios like customer who frequently browses specific clothing category, someone who abandoned their cart, or new customers exploring the site for the first time. I then use an AI agent to generate smart professional sales questions based on each specific scenario, such as, are you looking for styling suggestions for your summer collection, or would you like to help picking the right size for your selected items? The AI agent questions that are generated are then automatically added back in my spreadsheet, helping my sales team to confidently engage with my customers with relevant, well-crafted conversations that drive conversions. And I'm going to create this amazing AI agent using Pabbly Connect. But before that, I'm going to show you how this AI agent actually works in real time. So this is the spreadsheet, and in the spreadsheet, I'm going to enter the customer name, type, recent activity, product category interested in, and the scenario that is going to describe for which I want the questions. So I'm going to add in all the details right here. As you can see, I've added the details. Name is dummy account. The customer type is VIP. Over here, this is the made purchase. Product is handbags. And this is the scenario. User recently bought a handbag from the premium collection. And you can see 5 questions are automatically generated by my AI agent and has been automatically added in the spreadsheet. Let me go through some of it. What features did you love most about the handbag you recently received? Are there any specific styles or colors of handbags that you're currently looking for? You can see 5 questions are generated for this scenario right over here by the AI agent, and automatically has been updated in my spreadsheet as well. So this is how this AI agent is going to work in real time. And we are going to create this amazing AI agent using Pabbly Connect. For that, on the new tab, browse the website of Pabbly Connect, that is www.pabbly.com/connect. After browsing the website, you can see Pabbly Connect's landing page is going to appear in front of you. On the landing page, you can find 2 options, that is sign in or sign up for free. If you're an existing user, you can directly sign into your Pabbly Connect account, but if you're a new user, you have to sign up for free and you can get 100 free tasks every month. I'm going to directly sign into my Pabbly Connect account as I'm the existing user. Then you can see all Pabbly apps window in front of you, in which you can see all the applications that Pabbly provides, from which I'm going to select Pabbly Connect by clicking on this Access Now button right over here. Then Pabbly Connect's dashboard is going to appear in front of you, and in order to start an automation process in Pabbly Connect, we need to create a workflow. For that, click on this top right corner button right here that says create workflow. A dialog box is going to appear in front of you, which is asking for the name of the workflow and for us to select a folder. So firstly, for the name, I'm going to write it as AI agent to generate dynamic sales question. This is the name I want to give to my workflow. And for the folder on the left side of my screen, you can see I've created these many folders in my Pabbly Connect account. And from these folders, I'm going to select a specific one in which I want to save this workflow in. For that, click on this drop down. These are the folders from which I'm going to select AI agents as the folder I want to save this workflow in. After giving the name to the workflow and selecting the folder, I'm going to click on this create button in order to create a workflow. A workflow is then automatically going to be created in the name of AI agent to generate dynamic sales questions, and you can see that there are 2 windows in front of you. One is the trigger window, other is the action window. So what is trigger and action? Trigger and action are the two most important steps of our automation process because our process depends on these two principles. Over here, trigger says when this happens and action says do this. That means what is action? Action is a response towards our trigger. In an automation process, there can be only one trigger step but multiple action steps. We are going to set up our trigger step first. For that, for my trigger application over here, I am going to select it as Google Sheets. In my Google Sheets, I keep the record of all the scenario for which I want to generate the question. As soon as I'm going to add the details, automatically the trigger over here should capture the response of that. And that is why for my trigger application, I've selected it as Google Sheets. And then for the trigger event, I'm going to select it as new or updated spreadsheet row. After selecting the trigger application and the event, you can see that Pabbly Connect has provided us with a webhook URL. Now using this unique webhook URL and by following the steps given here below in the help desk, we're going to build the connection between Google Sheets and Pabbly Connect. I'm going to copy this URL from here and open the spreadsheet that I want to connect to Pabbly Connect. From the panel, go to Extensions, Add-ons and Get Add-ons option right here. Then this window is going to appear in front of you, on which on the search app bar, I'm going to search for Pabbly Connect webhooks and select it from here. And you can see that I've already installed Pabbly Connect webhooks. So now I'm going to move forward. But if you have not installed Pabbly Connect webhooks, please do install it so that with the help of this webhook, you can build the connection between your Google Sheets and Pabbly Connect. After installing, go back and refresh the spreadsheet from here. After refreshing the spreadsheet, go back to extensions and now you can see an option Pabbly Connect webhooks, click on it. And over here this bar is going to appear in front of you, from which select this initial setup option right here. Then initial setup dialog box is going to appear in front of you, which is asking for the webhook URL. So I'm going to paste the webhook URL over here in this field and then the trigger column. The trigger column will be your final data column on which if the data is added, the whole of that row data will be sent to the webhook URL it says right here. In this spreadsheet, my trigger column is going to be column E because in this column, my last data of the scenario is going to be added. And as soon as I'm going to add the data, the entire row's data is going to be forwarded towards this webhook URL. So over for the trigger column, I'm going to write it as column E. After entering the webhook URL and selecting the trigger column, I'm going to click on this submit button right here. It says setup configured successfully. Now I'm going to go back. Now the steps that I'm going to tell you right now are super important, so please do not forget to follow them. Go back to extensions and Pabbly Connect webhooks. Now from the drop down, select this option send on event. It is mandatory to click on send on event because as soon as you're going to add the new data in this spreadsheet right here, this spreadsheet is going to send that data to Pabbly Connect. That is why it is mandatory to click on send on event right here, okay? This is how you build the connection between Google Sheets and Pabbly Connect. So after doing that, I'm going to go back to my workflow and scroll down. It is saying waiting for webhook response. So now to check whether Google Sheets is connected to Pabbly Connect or not, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the new data in the spreadsheet of a new scenario right here. And after doing that, I'm going to check whether Pabbly Connect automatically captures the response over here of the data that I've added in my spreadsheet or not, okay? For that, I'm going to add in the details, customer name, type, recent activity, product category, and the scenario right here. As you can see over here, I've added the data successfully. Name is test user, customer type returning, activity abandoned cart, product category sneakers, and the scenario is user added 2 sneakers to the cart but didn't complete the purchase. You can see as I've added the data in the spreadsheet, I'm going to go back to my workflow and scroll down, and yes, you can see Pabbly Connect has captured the response of the data that I've added in my spreadsheet right here. If you're going to tally the response, activities abandoned cart, sneakers is the category, this is the scenario you can see right here, type is returning, name is test user, okay, and with other details. As now the response has been captured in our trigger, this means that Google Sheets is connected to Pabbly Connect and our trigger setup is done. After setting up our trigger step, we need to set up our action step. Over here, as we have the details, using the details, I want an AI agent to generate the questions. For the AI agent, I am using OpenAI in my business. If you want to use any other AI platforms like Google Gemini as your AI agent, you can definitely do that according to your requirement. I am going to set up my action step next, and for my action application, I am going to select it as OpenAI right here. and action event is going to be chat GPT. And then I'm going to click on this connect button. A window is going to appear in front of you. On which click on add new connection. It is asking for the token. With the help of this token, we're going to build the connection between OpenAI and Pabbly Connect. To generate the token, go to this hyperlink given here below in the help desk right here. API keys page is then going to appear in front of you. Create a new key. For that, click on this create button in the top right corner. Firstly, we're going to name the key. For the name over here, I'm going to write it as generate questions. Okay, this is the name of the key I want to give. Project, I'm going to select it as default. Permissions as all, and then I'm going to create the key from here. Token is generated. Copy it from here and paste it in this field and click on this save button right here. As you can see, OpenAI is now connected to Pabbly Connect. Next, it is asking for us to select the AI model. For that, I'm going to use GPT-4o Mini, but if you want to use any other AI models, you can select it from the drop-down right here. Next, it is asking for the prompt. What is prompt? Prompt is the text with the help of which an AI agent is going to generate the content according to our requirement. In the prompt, we need to mention all the things that we want and do not want, okay? So for the prompt over here, I'm going to write it as... So this is the prompt right here. You're an AI sales assistant. Based on the following customer details, generate 5 professional sales questions that my sales team can ask the customer. Keep the language simple, clear and customer friendly. All questions should be different from each other and relevant to the provided scenario. Just give the questions, nothing else. Do not add any symbols like hashtag or double star, and it is asking for all the details right here. So firstly over here it is asking for the customer's name. For the customer's name data, I'm going to map the data, which is inserting data from the previous step. So I'm going to insert the data from the previous step of this workflow. How it works is that as soon as I'm going to select the field, over here this was the previous response. As I'm going to click on it, this is the same response that was captured in our previous step. It is asking for the customer's name. In this step, we have received the customer's name right here. So as for this scenario, I want to generate the questions. I'm going to select the data of the customer's name from my previous response. As you can see, I've selected the data from my previous response. This data is mapped. And as I've mapped this data, the data has now become dynamic. That means now whenever a new response is going to be captured in our previous step, automatically the new data is going to be updated in place of this mapped data. Similarly, for the customer type, I'm going to map the data right here. For the recent activity, I'm going to map the data. For the product category, I'm going to map the data of the product category right here. And lastly, for the scenario, I'm going to map the data right here. Okay. So this is the entire prompt that I've written. You can see right here. Now, after entering the prompt and selecting the AI model, I'm going to click on this Save and Send Test Request button over here. And within few seconds, this AI agent has generated a content. Under message content, you can see the 5 questions generated by my AI agent. What made you interested in the sneakers that you have added in your cart? Was there anything specific that stopped you from completing your purchase? Are you looking for any particular features or styles in sneakers that we can help you with? You can see like this, another 2 questions are also generated. Total number of 5 questions is generated for the scenario that we have added in our Google Sheets. So as now the questions are generated, now what I want is I want to add these questions back in my spreadsheet right here to keep the systematic record. For adding back in our spreadsheet, I'm going to add an action step in this workflow. And for the action application over here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to again select it as Google Sheets right here. An action event is going to be update row, as now we're going to update our spreadsheet with the generated data over here. And then I'm going to click on this connect button. A window is going to appear in front of you, on which click on add new connection. Then click on sign in with Google button right here. It is asking for me to first choose an account. In which account have we created the spreadsheet? This is the account. I'm going to select it from here. After that, it is asking for the permission for this account. For that, I'm going to click on this allow button, as this is a safe process and my data is perfectly safe with Pabbly Connect. So I'm going to click on this allow button right here. As I've done that, you can see I've successfully authorized Google Sheets to Pabbly Connect. After authorizing, it is asking for me to select the spreadsheet. For the spreadsheet over here, I'm going to select it as Sales Question Generator Sheet, because this is a spreadsheet in which I want to update the data. Okay. For the sheet over here, I'm going to select it as Sheet 1. It is asking for the row index. For that, I'm going to map the data of the row index right here. It is asking for the customer name, type, activity, category and the scenario. I do not want to update any of the fields, so I'm going to skip the part. I want to update the AI generated sales question, so I'm going to simply map the data of the question generated right here. And then click on this Save and Send Test Request button over here. As I've done that, I've received a response, which is a positive response. If I'm going to open my spreadsheet, yes, you can see all the 5 questions that was generated by my AI agent has been added back in my spreadsheet right here, okay? As the questions are added back in my spreadsheet, this is how this AI agent is going to work, and that means AI agent has been successfully created with the help of Pabbly Connect. So now to sum up till now what we have done, trigger is Google Sheets new or updated spreadsheet row. So now as soon as I'm going to add any of the scenarios in my spreadsheet right over here, the trigger is going to capture the response of that. Using the details, an AI agent according to the scenario is going to generate 5 unique questions for my sales team to ask to the customer. As the 5 questions are going to be generated by the AI agent, OpenAI ChatGPT, automatically those generated questions are been updated back in my spreadsheet Google Sheets update row. And in this manner, I have created this AI agent to generate dynamic sales questions with the help of Pabbly Connect. So this was it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Not just with these applications, you can create automation between multiple other applications with the help of Pabbly Connect. If you have any questions, you can contact us on support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can check the queries on forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issues, then you can check out this link. If you like this video, please do subscribe to our channel, hit on the like button, comment on if you have any questions or doubts, and please share this video.